Welcome back to the Nose Plays. Today I just wanted to give you guys some news on a few things that I noticed. Today is the start of a special sale for a game that holds a special place for me, and that is Northgard. If you don't know, Northgard is by far my most popular video series that I've ever done. I did a tips and tricks video on Northgard a long time ago, near the beginning of when I started my channel, and it got a really positive response and kind of got a lot more viewers on my channel. So anytime there's news regarding Northgard, I like to point it out. Northgard is currently on sale for 50% off. If you have not picked up this title, it's a fantastic, very casual, fun game to play, and it's a real-time strategy game, but if you're not into real-time strategy games, it's still very fun and easy to play. It's not as micro-intensive as a lot of other real-time strategy games, and with a variety of difficulty settings, you can make it as difficult or as easy as you want it to be. So I highly recommend it if you're interested in any of the videos that you've seen, the artwork. It's definitely great, and it's gotten better over time. I got into it during the early access period when the Bear Clan released. They've added multiple new clans since then. And the other thing that I wanted to point out that a lot of people were upset by several months ago is the Snake Clan. When the Snake Clan first came out, it was a DLC pack, $5 DLC. It is now on sale for $2.50. So if you had reservations of paying $5 for the DLC just for the Snake Clan, now's a great time to maybe get in on that. If you're interested in playing with the Snake Clan at $2.50, I think it's totally worth it. I understand why some people were upset paying $5 for just a clan when numerous clans have come out for free. It also puts kind of a paywall behind one of the factions for multiplayer, which is always kind of a difficult thing for people to get behind, just because multiplayer should have kind of an even playing field, and when you're unable to choose certain clans, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But at $2.50, I think that's very reasonable. So now's the first opportunity that I've seen to pick that up at a reasonable sale price. I believe the release sale price was 10%, so it was like $4.50, which is what I picked it up for. I don't have a problem paying a little bit of premium price for certain DLC, particularly for smaller indie game companies that are working really hard on games that I enjoy. I understand that in order to continue to support games, you got to pay these people. It can't just be completely free forever. And I usually buy my games on sale, so whenever I can pay an extra couple bucks, I don't mind it so much for DLC. There is definitely some DLC scalping that's going on, where certain games are just ridiculous with the amount of DLC, how frequently they're offering it, what kinds of things they're offering. That's definitely a real problem for some game companies. But when it's a small indie company that's making great games, and that's supporting great games that I like to play, I have less of a problem paying a little bit more than I normally would. This is a price I think is very fair for the content that you're going to get. The Snake Clan is pretty fun, has some unique mechanics, so if you haven't seen that, I do have a video on the Snake Clan that you can check out. Also, Darkest Dungeon is on sale again, $7.50 for the base game. That's fantastic. If you think you might be interested in Darkest Dungeon or just want to give it a shot, that's a great price to pick it up and play the base game. The base game is really fun. You don't need any of the DLC to make that game enjoyable at all. If you find that you enjoy it and you want to add some more difficulty to the game, the DLC packs definitely increase the difficulty by a fair margin, so be aware of that. But you can get all of the DLC for $20, which is a pretty reasonable price considering it's over $50 for all of the DLC normally. So if you really like it, $20 for everything. If you just want to give it a try, $7.50 is all it's going to cost you. Another game that I haven't put on my channel before, but I do have a lot of hours into, and it's very fun, is Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 is a co-op zombie horror survival shooter game. And if you've never played it, the original Killing Floor was fantastic. I put so many hours into that game. When the second one came out into early access, I supported it, bought it, got into the early access, played it a ton, and I've been off and on with it since then. I kind of burned out on it in early access and took a break, but every once in a while I jump in when I just want to shoot some zombies. It's a very relaxing Zen experience for me, which is kind of counter to what you would normally think about a horror game, but um, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and if you've never seen it, you should definitely check it out. It has just some of the most amazing graphics and physics in a game I've ever played. You can literally headshot zombies that are doing cartwheels. It's just amazing. You've got to experience it for yourself. That being said, there aren't too many other ones that I'm super familiar with, but I noticed that these ones were on sale. I also wanted to just give a quick recap of where the channel is heading and what's going on. I realized that due to time restraints and just kind of a loss of interest, both by the viewers and by myself, there's a few things that I have not gotten out yet. So first of all, I will be continuing the Total War Tuesday series, although it's almost becoming more like a Total War Wednesdays at this point. Um, I will be continuing that through the month of October. After October, I'm going to go ahead and kind of make a judgment call as to whether I want to continue doing that or not. But there will be at least 4 more episodes of that series. One will be coming out later today. The Battlefleet Gothic Armada series that I started, I had one more faction to review, and that was the Eldar. Those videos kind of tapered off in the number of views that they were getting, and people were kind of losing interest in it, and that's understandable. It's an older game. I was really not so much interested in demoing that game for the channel as much as hyping up the sequel that will be coming out. It was supposed to come out this September. It got pushed back to January of 2019. So keep an eye out for that when that game releases. I have already pre-ordered it, and it will be on the channel. I may at some point, if I'm feeling it and I have some extra time, go back and do that Eldar video. But for now, that one's going to be on hold. Other games, I am going to continue my Endless Legends series for the immediate future. My Forgotten campaign using the progressive AI mod, just to see how that plays differently, if at all, to regular Endless. I don't like the regular Endless difficulty. I think the computer cheats way too much in the beginning of the game, which kind of ruins the immersion for me when they can do dramatic things that the player cannot. I don't like that, but I do understand that they have to have a way to keep up with the player in the mid to late game, and I think the progressive AI mod is a good potential solver of that issue. I just haven't played with it enough to know, so that's kind of what this experiment is about. If anybody else has experience using the progressive AI mod, please feel free to leave comments in the section, the game videos, and let me know what you think of it, how you set it up to get the best playable experience that's still relatively challenging. Because there's definitely a dramatic break point in the challenge of the game when you move from Endless down to some of the easier difficulties in the mid to late game. The computer just cannot keep up with the human player, and it's pretty dramatic. So, but the early game, that massive start that they get just feels so bad, and I just don't like it. So I go back and forth between playing on Endless and other difficulties, trying to find the perfect balance. But that series will continue for a while. I also have plans to do a sort of the old Total Biscuit WTF style review of Diluvian. I've been putting a couple hours, at least 1 hour a day into the game, trying to learn how to steer the damn sub, which I've gotten much better at, by the way. And a few other things, some tips and tricks that I've picked up um, in playing the game and learning how to control the submarine. I think that's the most challenging part of the game. But once you figure out the controls and you're comfortable with them, navigating is really easy, and it's a lot of fun. It's more of a cinematic experience than anything else, but I'll definitely be concluding some more content on Diluvian in my channel, including that review. And then, depending on how many views that review gets, I may do a full playthrough, and we'll go from there. So that's just a little update on the channel and what I'm doing, where I'm going. Um, I have been enjoying more free time, and so I have been able to get more videos out. Um, Magic the Gathering Arena videos are probably going to start coming to a halt, or at least less frequent, um, because that game requires a lot more time and funds to really do the kinds of things that I want to do. And so it takes me quite a while to build up the currency to do like a draft, which is what I really want to be doing for the channel, drafting and showing off decks. But now that the server's been reset, I can tell that there seems to be a distinct drop off in the amount of currency that you're getting. So we'll see if that continues to be the case. I am going to play it casually on my own time, and whenever I do have enough money to save up for a draft or something like that, I'll probably try to record a video for you guys. If you're interested in that, let me know. But otherwise, that one will probably taper off, and we won't see too much more of that on the channel. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Total War will continue for the month of October. Um, Endless Legend will continue indefinitely until I get tired of it again, and then I'll come back to it periodically because it's just one of the best games that I own and play regularly. And any other games that you guys are interested in, this is the place to post that in the comments. If you know a game that I might be interested in playing for you guys and you'd like to see my take on it, please feel free to post that. Also, I guess the one thing I did forget to mention is when I do finish up the Endless Legend video series or the Total War series, I'll probably be diving back into Endless Space 2 for a while. It's been a long enough break, and I have been playing off camera a little bit here and there just to get my feet wet and to get familiar with the new faction and some of the new rules. So that will be coming back to the channel. If you've been missing some Endless Legend or some Endless Space 2 content, never fear, it will be back. And for the third time, I think that's it. We're going to wrap up this video. So again, thank you for everybody who's viewing my channel and leaving comments. I greatly appreciate it, and try to get to everybody who does comment in the comment section and give you guys some feedback for the great feedback that you're giving me. For now, it's time to get into Total War, so I will see you a little bit later, and you guys have a great day.